Watch out for jump-in attacks from your opponent. They're an effective way to avoid many of your moves while advancing and attacking. And they can be used to start an offensive combo on hit or blocked. Now, Green Arrow has one of the best jump-ins, by the way. Very hard to anti-air. Is jump 3. Though effective, jump-ins are vulnerable to attacks since a character cannot block while jumping. Batman's Rising Gauntlet is a great anti-air attack because it has long active frames, hits an area above Batman, so it's above his head, so he won't get hit. So it moves his hitbox down, out of the way, and keeps him low to the ground to help avoid the jump-in attacks. If it's fast on startup also, so it gives him an opportunity to react, if I can do it properly. Too early. Still too early. There we go. Watch out for far-reaching jump-in attacks. Alright, they're tougher to anti-air. These types of attacks can be more difficult to counter with grounded attacks. We can do that though, but that's not what they wanted. That one right there. Boom. Batman has anti-air projectile attacks. He does. Bing. Right there. Whoo, man. Snagging him right out the air. One of the best ways to counter a jump-in is with your own jumping attack, or air to AIRS. Many characters have faster startup and longer active frames on their jumping lights. Alright, so faster startup, longer active. Wins the air to air. Oh, they want that, the neutral jump. A jumping attack from a forward jump can cover a wider area than an attack from an upward jump or a neutral jump. You'll mostly hear people call it that. Alright, but it'll be easier to hit. Oh, wrong button. Many of your anti-air attacks can lead to a combo. They can. There we go. There we go. Hit the opponent out of the air during a jump in. Okay, so we're going to neutral jump. There we go. Okay. I gotcha. So we're going to boom, bang, just like that. We're going to go with the grapple. Now the grapple and the batarang, more so the grapple, is really risky. Because if you just throw that out there, it makes it tough, because if you whiff, you're going to be dead. At least the batarang explodes, and it recovers quicker, and it covers a larger area. And it can hit people when they're on the ground, actually. You can also meter burn a bounce attack to absorb an opponent's jump in. Just like that. If a character performs a jumping attack and misses, you'll have a brief recovery period as they land. Ooh. If your opponent performs a jumping attack from their max range, you can walk back, make them miss, and punish as they recover on the landing. So they want me to do down 3. Damn it. Just like that. Cross-up attacks can be more difficult to punish with an anti-air. We still got it, though. And that's it. Your super meter is a vital resource. It's one of the most important resources in the game. Even if you have less health than your opponent, you can still have the upper hand if you have more meter. It sure helps to be productive about building your meter. You'll rapidly build super meter when your opponent blocks. The extra meter earned from sustained block pressure can benefit you just as much as a clean hit. So we're going to do this. Okay, so we're going to... And then we're going to do that into that. Okay. All right, here we go. Bing. There it is. You'll build meter every time you perform a special move, building even more if it's blocked. Low-risk projectile attacks are great for building meter when you're far from your opponent. There we go. Remember that you gain more meter than the opponent when you get hit. Don't get discouraged if your opponent lands a damaging combo. He's giving you meter to help regain the lead. Look at my super meter. Using meter efficiently is just as important as building it in the first place. You'll usually want to save your meter for situations where you know you'll get a significant benefit. Your super meter is great for extending combos, but it's usually efficient to spend only 1 bar per combo. In most cases, that is true. Spending a second bar will often add significantly less damage to a combo than the first due to the damage scaling and gravity scaling, which were in the previous tutorials. There we go. It can be worthwhile to spend meter when applying block pressure to give yourself frame advantage. Keep yourself on the offense, cause guaranteed block damage, and building back some of the meter that you spent. Batman can meter burn his up Batarang for a block advantage of 19, giving him enough time to force the opponent to block his Winged Avenger combo attack in the corner, which is safe on block. Just like that. A block escape is more situational. Alright, so blocking escape, we're going to push block. After blocking Blood Ball. Oh, right there. Okay. A well-timed block escape can be the difference between a loss and a victory. But using it too frequently, you're going to be using up all your meter. Roll escape is another tool to evade projectiles. Try to save your roll escape for situations where the opponent is behaving predictably and they're committing to an attack that can be punished after the roll escape. So we're going to roll escape, and then we're going to do this. All right. There we go. Hey, gold mother box. The Clash can be an invaluable tool when you're hit by a combo on your second life bar, but you want to save your meter and spend it wisely to get the most out of this opportunity. Each bar you spend during a clash you initiate will not recover the same amount of health. There's diminishing returns with each bar.
Calm down yet? When I killed you.
Alright, here we go. The first bar gets 15%, while the second bar recovers an additional 10%, and then 5 more, and then 3 more for the fourth bar. So we're going to spend all of them, and we're going to get back 33% health.
Go back to Ismalt. Not without help, Jordan.
Spending 1 bar is the most cost-effective way to recover health in a clash. Spending a second bar for 10% more is often worth the cost, but you're usually better off saving the rest of your meter for other uses like extending combos. So typically, you'll spend 2. That's typically what I spend in most cases. Be aware of the meter that you and your opponent have before you clash.
Calm down yet?
Alright, now he has more meter than me, so he's going to be able to inflict damage here. The opponent can wager their meter against you and cancel out your healing, or potentially damage you if they wager more than you do. So we're going to wager 2. He's going to wager 3. He's going to hurt me. 15% damage dealt. It's best to clash at the beginning of the damaging combo from the opponent when they have no meter to wager against you. And this isn't always an option. All right, so you're not always going to be in this situation.
Go back to Ismalt when I've killed you.
If you initiate clash when the opponent has as much meter as you, you may need to spend more bars than you would normally because they can match you. So we're going to spend all 3. They're probably going to spend 2. Nope, spent 3. A clash is a wagering game. All right, it's basically betting, bluffing. You can press R2 twice to bluff. And basically it'll show that you picked something, but really you picked 0. If you have enough meter, it's possible to bluff and scare your opponent into spending all of their meter when they've clashed, largely wasting their 3rd and 4th bars or inefficiently health recovering. So it just makes them waste their bars. So an alternate to a clash is an air escape. The air escape is risky, evasive move where you pop out of a combo either up or back. Didn't get it. I tried to. There we go. Air escapes are best used when your clash isn't an option and you're confident you can safely avoid a significant amount of damage. It helps if your opponent has already spent meter on their combo, because then they're negative meter and you're now a -1 game versus spending 2 bars to flip out and then not spending any meter. So you're definitely better off if they are spending meter. Same with push blocks. And there we go. There we have it.